Okay, so in this problem, you've got two different structures to draw. The first one is nonene with some groups coming off of it. And so non means nine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this drawing with my basic carbon skeleton with 9 carbons. So remember, every time there's a bend, there's a carbon. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then the ene means there's a double bond. And since there is no number associated with it, I'm going to assume it's between the first and second carbon. Typically, it would say like non 3ene or something like that if it was between the third and fourth carbon. So I'm going to assume it's non 1ene and make my double bond right there in between my first and second carbon. And then we can start tackling some of these other groups. So you're going to start your numbering of your carbons. I'm starting on this end. So this is carbon 1, carbon 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this 5, 6, 7 triethyl. So ethyl is a 2-carbon group. And this 5, 6, 7, those are the carbons that it's coming off of. And the tri means there are 3 of them, which makes sense because there's the 5, 6, and 7. So if we count again, here's carbon 1, here's carbon 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right here is my first ethyl group. So I'm going to make a 1, 2. So there's an ethyl group, a 2-carbon group. There's a carbon here, and there's a carbon there. So there's my ethyl group on carbon 5. Here is my ethyl group on carbon 6. And here is my ethyl group on carbon 7. Okay, so we have taken care of the triethyl part. We have the 4-methyl part left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And methyl is just a 1-carbon group, like that. Okay, so that's the first structure. That's 5, 6, 7 triethyl 4-methyl nonene. And then the next structure here, what I want to start with is my carbon chain, my octyne. So oct is 8. So I probably have enough room to fit that on here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's my 8-carbon chain. This is octane, A-N-E. To make it octyne, that means there's a triple bond. This one actually says 1 octyne. So I'm going to put it between my first and second carbons. So there's a double bond and there is a triple bond. Line was not super straight there. So now we have octyne. Now we need to deal with these other groups. So here's the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. So we have a 3-methyl. That's that 1-carbon group coming off of the third carbon. Looks like that. And now we have 2 propyl, so dipropyl. Propyl groups are 3-carbon groups, and they're both coming off of carbon 4. Remember, carbon can form 4 bonds, so that's fine. So here's carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here I'm going to make a propyl group. There's a 1, 2, 3 carbon group, and there's another 1, 2, 3 carbon group coming off of there. So here's my first carbon, here's my second carbon, here's my third carbon, first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. So you can tell those are propyl groups. And then that should be what you need for 3-methyl 4,4-dipropyl 1-octyne. So I hope that was helpful.